Well, this pretty much sums up what everybody feels in their head and in their heart. It says Ron Paul, Europeans are waking up to the government COVID tyranny. Why are Americans still asleep? Tens of thousands of Germans marching through Berlin, proclaiming a day of freedom and demanding an end to the government-mandated face mask and social distancing. I also saw large protests in the UK and the Netherlands against their government's tyrannical actions in response to the corona outbreak. According to the media accounts, Berlin protesters held signs reading, "We are being forced to wear a muzzle. Natural defense instead of vaccinations. We are making noise because you are stealing our freedoms." You got that right. So the New York Times tweeted the masses of Berlin, they were all Nazis and conspiracy theorists. Oh, give me a break. They're part of the group that's trying to force control. That's what the New York Times is. Okay, the fact is Europeans are realizing their government-mandated lockdowns did little or nothing to protect them from the virus while causing economic catastrophe and untold human suffering. They likely looked around and noticed that Sweden, which has never locked down its economy, rejected the face masks and kept its restaurants and other places and businesses open. They did not fare any worse than other countries that turned into open-air prisons for much of the year. Remember that. We turned into an open-air prison. Now, you looky here. I'm going to zoom this in because I want this. Tyranny is spreading faster than the China virus. And you got that correct. A method of control. It says here, unfortunately, while the Europeans are waking up, the Americans are still asleep as our freedoms continue to be trampled. Even New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy put citizens on notice that he will lock down the state if people dare to go outside without a face mask or even have guests in their home. What kind of politician puts his own people on notice? Because every time somebody tries to bring a thing up about hydrochloroquine, whatever that is, they're ridiculed, censored, and even fired from their jobs. Why? Because people like Gates and their foundation, Dr. Fauci, whatever his name is, Dr. Bricks, there's money to be made here. You don't need, take that vaccine and shove it up your ass. They kept moving the goalposts to keep us terrified and isolated. First it was the body count, and then it was the cases. The numbers have been so wildly off, it's hard to trust any reporting. People are getting angry. They are confused. They are facing an economic depression of historical proportions. But worst of all, they are watching as the government snatches away every last bit of freedom that they had left. That's what's going on. They say, keep us locked down and masked until we have a vaccine. The U.S. government is dumping billions into a vaccine that may be less than 60% effective to prevent a virus that has something like a 99% survival rate. What kind of math is that? And how many are going to be harmed by the vaccine? Then will it be more than what that it helped? No. There's nothing going on here. It's crazy. We don't need the vaccine because we just don't need it. What was this say? Oh, well. Anyway, people, there you have it. The Europeans are waking up. Americans are still asleep. Keep that in your head tonight when you go to sleep. And then get up tomorrow. Get out there and protest like they're doing in Berlin. Peaceful protests, not those kind of BLM things.